Ready, start. It faces the sea and has room for 25 boarders. Full stop. An interesting and profitable business for anyone willing to work. Full stop. Para. There were, it seemed, many people willing to work, for letters had been received from interested parties all over the country and had been successful in selling the boarding house to a young woman who would, she thought, run it on the same lines as she herself had done. Full stop. Para. Again she looked down at her red and hard worked hands. Full stop. For her the days of hard work were over, for the sale had brought her a good round sum of money on which she could live peacefully for the rest of her days on earth without doing any work at all. Full stop. A strange end to a strange life, she thought. Full stop. She was 13 years old when her mother had died, and she had gone to live with a relation who worked as a housekeeper in a small boarding house at the seaside. Full stop. She had become a maid of all work, running about for everyone and getting little for her trouble. Full stop. After 2 years, the owner of the boarding house, who was very old, had died, but the two of them, she and her relation, just kept on working in the same way. Full stop. It appeared that no one was particularly interested in the old woman who had died, and they had found it possible to buy the house for such a small sum that with the money paid by the boarders they were easily able to make the money paid by the boarders necessary monthly payments. Full stop. They had, as it were, fallen heir to the property. Full stop. They kept the place very, very clean, and they gave the boarders good food and enough of it, and as the years passed they were able to buy the house next door and the house next door to that, until in the end Highview became quite an important building. Full stop. The property had become her own 15 years ago. Full stop. She had never married like other women because the boarding house had been her life. Full stop. Now she was growing old, and there was no one to whom she could leave the place. Full stop. It was better to a young woman who would love it as she had done and would take good care of the boarders. Full stop. The voice of the BBC announcer reached her. Full stop. And that, he said, is the end of the news. Para. Full stop.